concerns growing after things got violent in New York City after Monday night's game.
New York just had their first championship win in 53 years. And you know how they celebrated? By burning buses, destroying vehicles, trying to kill each other, trying to kill other sports fans of the Spurs or whatever. 5 buses in total that were contracted to transport spectators from the 2026 FIFA World Cup were set ablaze and overturned by crowds in Times Square. Police vehicles, they destroyed 5 police vehicles during the riots that they had, or the celebrations, right? So we should call them. Taxis, a couple taxis were stomped on. At least $1 million is estimated to be in damages. 1 million from them winning, by the way. Not them losing, them winning. Pretty ridiculous if you ask me. 63 people arrested. A 17-year-old put in a coma. 17-year-old shot in the foot. And 4 stabbings. How is this celebrating, guys? How? This makes zero sense to me, to be honest. I mean, a real team that celebrates would be like happy for their team, you know, dancing, you know, maybe going to some parties or something, you know, hanging out, having a good time. Not out there trying to cause a bunch of violence and hurt people for no reason and destroy a bunch of stuff that doesn't belong to them, belongs to the city. I'm not here to advocate for the city, though. I could care less about what happens to the city. I don't care about New York. I just ridiculous whenever there's somebody who's actually over here trying to like, hey, you guys need to stop. You know, you guys need to stop and think about what you guys are doing. And like, there's literally a video of a guy coming over here and telling everybody they need to stop with like what they're doing because they're trying to destroy like street signs, I guess. And while he's trying to tell them to stop and while he's trying to get them to stop, they're dead ass like booing him. They're putting their thumbs down. They're cussing at him. They're over there afterwards or whatever. He walks away for like a second, I guess. And they start trying to fight him. And he gets punched a couple times from what I can see on the video. But I just don't get it. You guys are dead ass attacking like your own people. At first it was the Spurs fans, now it's your own people. I mean, don't get me wrong, Spurs apparently too were hurting people as well. You got that one guy that decided to go over there and incite a riot over there yelling to a bunch of Knicks fans, Spurs in 7. That's how that kid got into a coma. Should have never happened. Apparently it was a streamer. Still have no idea who that streamer was. There's still no actual news sources like pinpointing who that was either. Anyways, though, that's a real douchebag move, right? The city was in chaos before they even won, bro. Before they even officially won. When they lost game 3, people were throwing bottles at the cops, stomping on cars, stomping on people. Literal mobs were chasing down the Spurs fans and attacking them, telling them to take their jerseys off, almost setting another fan's hair on fire. What was the point of like destroying your city? Or sorry, I should say your city, right? What's the point of destroying your city if like, I get it, you guys just lost one. They lost one by the way. And they did this. That's ridiculous, to be honest. Then they went over there and egged Wimmy's head while he was walking to his hotel room, I believe it was. By the way, that's technically assault, but whatever, right? Cops didn't do anything about it. Cops were like, hey, stop, cut it out, you know? They didn't do anything about that. They could have rushed that crowd. They could have went over there and been like, hey, who the hell threw that egg? Nope, they just left it alone. That's fine, though. That's fine. I don't know, I'm just genuinely disappointed in how the people of New York decided to act after winning. Not even losing after they won the championship. I guess they were so like in their own head and so hyper focused on that they won. They couldn't see anything else besides let's cause chaos. Let's go over there and vandalize a bunch of stuff that doesn't belong to us. Let's go over there and cost the city millions. Oh, and there was an article that just came out too that the guy who stomped on the taxi actually was a Florida man, not even a New Yorker. So he's over here costing New York money. He's costing New York money. Who would have thought, hey, this, you know, maybe calms people down, make sure they act civilized and not act like a bunch of dummies. And maybe it would have saved some textile or money, huh? Maybe. Oh, and then the mayor was over here just like flaunting around.
The energy in our city right now is incredible.
I'm saying like, oh yeah, what a good celebration. We're so happy that like we did good. And then we have other people over here on TikTok of all places.
Y'all see the state? Y'all see the state of the city right now? Crime is down. Everybody's walking around saying good morning.
Saying that New Yorkers have never been so happy. So happy in their lives. Apparently they're over here singing Kumbaya, hugging each other, kissing each other, loving on each other, right? Besties for life kind of thing, right? With little friendship bracelets. That was not the case though when it came to like actual video of what we all saw on social media, what we're all seeing on social media unfold. It was just, I don't know. It was crazy that people were acting like, oh yeah, everything's all la-di-da over here, and it's actually not, really not. And then you had the NBA president call the city mayor a party pooper because he went over there and shut down a couple of the watch parties, or he shut down the watch parties or whatever happened. And personally, I think it's a good idea to shut down this stuff, because I mean, if they didn't shut it down, probably would have gotten way worse. They probably would have had even more like ugly riots. Probably would have gotten a lot more people hurt. Probably would have gotten a lot more people arrested. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how people just can't like behave whenever people win. Like, I understand the celebration. There's a certain line you cross, and you don't cross a certain line. And no, they definitely crossed that line, right? The guy in the Five Guys restaurant got apparently, right, allegedly asked what team does he like want for the finals, and he said the Spurs all the way, apparently, right? And the fans that were in there got angry, started beating up like the employee, started throwing chairs, and those chairs have like wooden backings and metal backings on them. They started throwing chairs at the man as well, the worker. So I don't know. I don't understand some of the mob mentality, I guess, of celebrating. I don't understand why the hell that was such a big thing to be doing that kind of thing like that. You could have just celebrated like a normal person, you know, pop some fireworks, honked your car, you know, yelled a little bit maybe, but like, or even drank, you know, got a little buzz. But no, here we are acting the fool. Destroying restaurants for no reason, hurting employees for no reason, assaulting people, destroying vehicles, hurting your own city tax dollars, and just like letting it happen, hurting people, hurting kids, by the way. Yeah, unhinged, I guess, unhinged behavior, unemployed, unhinged behavior, honestly. And that's about it.